I'm him.
Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Surface Level Conversations. It's me, your fave, Indy, aka is Goddess to you, and I have a special guest on. What you want to call yourself today? Are you 3-2 Icy? What are you
Icy,
today?
3-2 Icy. Ice.
Ice. Okay.
Icy.
Icy. Okay.
I just say it out good. But yeah. Artist, whatever the title is. I wear a lot of different hats, as they say.
You definitely do. You definitely do.
I don't know if it got the side with my 3-2 Ice.
No, it's on the other
3-2 Ice.
Yeah. You want to switch back?
Nah, I was just saying.
Okay. Well, today I brung 3-2 Ice, whatever y'all may know him by, because I had an idea for this little conversation. Well, I'm gonna say big conversation because I always say little to things, but it's really big. But it was a point to where on Father's Day I was mad because I could not find things for fathers. I felt like they really don't pay attention to men, and men are just like, and I'm gonna say men in general, but we're gonna get actually on to our men, our black kings.
Okay.
But
we're talking about the gods. The gods
today. Yes, we're gonna talk about the guys today. So for some reason or another, like, we tend to not appreciate you guys a lot, and it's like y'all don't be showing no type of emotions. It's like, oh, okay, it's cool, dust it off and keep moving.
We make it look normal.
You do, and I don't feel like it's normal. I feel like that. I mean, society has made it a norm, but I don't feel like it's normal. I feel like it's a problem, and it bothered me because if I can't get something for the men that I love, then that's a problem for me.
So, like an example, like you going in the store looking for like Father's Day gifts, and they don't have them. They might just have
a card.
Right?
You got a card, probably a little mug that say "Number One Dad."
Oh, get your little coffee cup.
Oh,
okay. So, like for women, they'll have
cakes. You're gonna have cakes. You're gonna have flowers. You're gonna have teddy bears that say Mother's Day. You're gonna have all types of little gift baskets that you're gonna find in the stores.
Pretty flowers.
They be having some beautiful flowers. You're gonna find necklaces in the stores that you can buy. I mean, it's so many different things that you're gonna be able to find in the store for women on Mother's Day.
Right.
But when it comes to the men, it's like,
he cool.
Yeah, he good.
Yeah, just all of us similar taste.
Yeah. How does it make you feel?
How did it make me feel?
Yeah.
I learned to, like you say, appreciation and that stuff. I had to learn to appreciate myself first. Because at first I would feel away. So if I talk like past tense, I might be like, you ain't text me like kids now. They'll text you Happy Father's Day. They'll be upstairs instead of come down there and tell you Happy Father's Day. And I always been like a person didn't care for too much attention.
Right.
So when it is my day, I'm like, I'm cool. I'm just gonna lay back. I want to be not isolated, but just to myself. Like whatever I do is good for me. And just when I started appreciating myself, I was like, if somebody don't say nothing, I'm okay with it. So when you saying that and bring that to my attention, it's like, I notice it now. Like, they don't be having it. They don't be having it. And I just like even with my son, I just tell him every day is Father's Day. Since you've been born, every day Father's Day.
Yeah.
So it's like if you do celebrate, man, you ain't got to do it on that day. And whenever you show appreciation, but as long as you show appreciation. So for me, I feel like people got to appreciate themselves first for them to appreciate. And then they'll know, when they start treating themselves right, they'll know the treat like, dang, I ain't never told this person and showed them how much you did. Like even my mother was with a guy for a long time, and he was like stepfather situation. And it was like, well, I always like cleanse to my dad. Like nobody else can come replace my dad. I don't care if that man ain't doing nothing. But I had to look at it like, dang, this guy stepped in and tried, just tried. And later on in life, I show him appreciation. So it just kind of runs back to like, oh, you gotta appreciate yourself. When I start appreciating myself, I can reach out to him to tell him that.
So I know that when it do come to the men, like I take my sons to the barbershop, so I be hearing all the barbershop talk. Okay, I mean like in all the little barbershop talk. So it's like when I had went to the barbershop on this particular day. First of all, the conversation, it was just a different type of conversation. But
do the women supposed to sit up there? Y'all leave that in the comments. Do the women supposed to stay at the barbershop the whole time, engage in the barbershop conversation? But like on Barbershop the movie, they had eating them all.
They did. Yeah. Okay. So it is like I get to see like how men think though in the barbershop. Like honestly, they be like, ladies, if you want to know, it's gonna be in the barbershop. Go to the barbershop. They gonna tell you everything, baby. They gonna tell you every single thing. They gonna tell you all the tricks and trades, whatever is a secret. They gonna tell you.
So let me before you go to your next thing. So in the women beauty shop, do they be doing the same thing?
What you mean? I'm not women. I ain't gonna lie. It's gossip. It's like women be talking about women be talking about. Sometimes they do talk about men, but a lot of times it's gossip in the beauty shops. Like, okay. Sometimes it be messy. That's why where I go.
You like to go to the barbershop for your boys? Okay.
Yeah, I go to the barbershop for my boys, but when I go to a beauty shop, I don't like being there with a lot of people. I don't like the messy conversations. Okay. Like I keep myself out of those type of things. Like I'm in my lane, focused on what I got going on. I don't want to hear about who did what, who doing who. I don't care.
So it'd be all of that, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, honestly, sometimes in the men barbershop, I'd be like,
it'd be the same, right?
Okay, am I supposed to hear this?
So I've been having dreads for a long time. So barbershop, it was like I ain't need the barber. I can buy my own clippers, chop my face up and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I remember going to the barbershop and that's all they used to talk about. They'd be talking about whatever on TV and be like, man, that nigga ain't this, that nigga ain't this. Then you be like, bro, he'll just talking about how he gotta keep getting clipped.
Oh yeah, they keep stopping. And when I go to the barbershop too, my son's barber, he done became like a big brother to me, I would say. Right, okay. So shout out to him. Yeah, shout out to Los. Yeah. But he will be sitting there and he'll be like, my bad, Indy, I got y'all. Okay, cool. I'm running behind. And then they having a conversation. He done stop with the clippers. He like, man, bro, right.
Right.
Yo, you don't
okay, get up out of here.
Like, what you got going?
Right.
Hello? So, yeah. But it be the same way in the beauty shops, too, though.
And right.
They do. They do.
So,
yeah.
So my mother, she's a beautician. And wait, shout out to my mom because I know some customers. I pulled up to the shop before my mama got there. Like, I'm just out waiting on your mom. And I'm like, my mama's scared timing is.
Listen,
she real black folk.
It be like,
but she the coldest of what she do. So salute my mom.
Salute. Yeah.
But the timing, you gotta set it. She gonna be better. You know what I'm saying?
I would like
this episode.
She gonna hear it. I love you. I wasn't talking about you. I swear. You
okay.
Look, I was like, 5 o'clock.
Don't go.
But listen, it's not too much on
when you need it done, 3 o'clock, and then 3 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock by the time she gets to your head, but it's okay. It's okay. So, let's keep going. Okay, so when I was in the barbershop, the guys got on the fact of Father's Day, right? So I'm sitting in there and I'm like, and they like, man, you know what? We get something for the women just so we won't hear y'all mouth. They say because on Mother's Day, they was like on Mother's Day, birthdays, holidays, we don't want to hear y'all mouth, so we finna get something because we know if we don't get some, it's gonna be some funny stuff or something. And they like, we don't get nothing. We just like, all right, cool. We don't show no emotions or nothing. And I was like, that's not good. They was like, well, men are logic, women are emotional. I'm like, okay, so now we get into the masculine and feminine, which is not gender. Like people, we had a whole argument about masculine and feminine being gender. It's not gender. Yes, men are more masculine. Right. You're supposed to be 80%, but you're also supposed to have some feminine to balance you out. Because if you're completely masculine, that's when you become toxic. But we're not getting to that point. So it was the logic thing. So it's like when different things happen to you guys, y'all don't show the emotions. And when that was stated, I had thought about it, went to sleep on it, and I started thinking deeper, and I'm like, dang, y'all showed up like, and it's all because of how people react to you all, to you all. So it's like if you show anger, then the black men, our black guys, our black kings, is considered monsters. If you show anger,
Right.
If you do too much anger, it's like you're a monster. You got to be taken down in some type of way. If you show sadness, then you weak. If you show that you love somebody, your girl or something like that, and you show too much of that, then you a simp. It's so many different things that is associated with you guys. So y'all just don't show emotion whatsoever.
I feel
Am I
like
wrong?
no. Well, I feel like it happens growing up. Probably in school, the situation might happen, and it's like, oh, I gotta be hard, or I gotta be tough, and then you put this guard up, whole another persona, take on a whole another persona, and like, oh, this is the way I'm supposed to be, and then you can get lost in that too. Like if you ain't communicating it, if nobody don't know how to break you out of that mode, and so those conversations is like what you're speaking on is like definitely needed in the household, because you be like, hey son, you can be loved, and then just don't hang around them people to feel like you got to be so tough and all hard. Don't be no follower to that. Be comfortable in your skin. Be comfortable saying I love you and things like that. Because I know when I was in like second grade, I used to write I like love letters to my mama though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I not love.
I was about to say, okay, second
I'll be
grade.
like I love you, mom, and then draw a house, some little trees. So I used to do that all the time. Somebody come up like, "What you drawing?" And they're like, "Okay," and then it's like that was my face. I come home and have a letter for my mama.
Oh, that's cute.
I used to do that all the time. I was like, I'm crazy. I always been crazy about my mama, like crazy, like just admiring how she is. So but my family, we learned later, like after we got in our grown adult stage, we learned our family didn't show a lot of affection. We didn't say I love you, and my older brother expressed that to my mother, like, you don't say I love you. She's like, damn, I sure don't, because she's showing love and like, let me provide for them. Let me make sure they don't be missing out on this. Let me make sure she ain't have time to be over there. Baby, come here, because if your dad ain't doing nothing, guess what? I got a feeling that you ain't got time to be stopping and try to do this. Right. So you'll seek that love outside of the home, and that's what you think of love, that blind love that's out there. Yeah. So we changed that around though after a while. So our family really expressive on that. Like, I love you, like, yeah, like, good, hey, you drunk? Like, I remember I text my cousin I love you, and it was one of my cousins. She ain't really one of them affection part. She the hustler. She get off. She a party animal and stuff like that. Like she's her mentality is like what you saying, that masculine and feminine. It's like it can get confused, and she operates more on her masculine. Yeah, like 80% masculine, 20% feminine. Like that, cause you little, ain't you? Nah, nigga, I ain't little. I love you. Yeah, like I'm making sure you straight, cause don't wait till somebody's funeral and then you want to say falling out in that mud and like, damn, I ain't get a 10, cuz. Yeah. Nah, I'll tell you why I'm alive. So yeah, I'm comfortable in that space. You are, and that's why I bring you on, because it's a lot of times. I know you read a lot. I read a lot too. I try. I be. You do. So it was one book that you actually put me on to, Emotional Intelligence, and I feel like a lot of men need to read that book. Right. And I want you to tell the men why they need to read that book, because I don't want it coming from a woman and they like, girl, you don't know that, you a woman. Which, okay, I get it, because it's a lot of things that y'all go through that I wouldn't understand. I feel like you can emphasize on it a little bit, and then I'm gonna tell my own part, because it's like it'll spark something. Yeah, I ain't gonna cut you off, but when they do right, I'm definitely gonna speak on it. Okay.
So the reason why I said something about emotional intelligence is because a lot of men, you're right, in the households, like I even find myself doing it, raising my sons without a man in the household fully. So it's like me, I'll find myself having to be more masculine with them, which I hate, but it's like, nigga, why you crying for? Like, we ain't crying in here, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I started getting better once I read emotional intelligence because I was able to be like, okay, so why are you crying? Like, it's okay to cry, but what's your reasoning for crying? Like, what triggered it? Like, you know, different things like that. So I feel like a lot of men didn't have that because they are told like, you ain't bleeding, you know, ain't nothing broken, you can't cry. Yeah, you okay? Like, oh, you angry? Don't get angry, because you get angry. Here come the scare tactic of you know you gonna be dead or something like that, or you know you can't, like, don't be too lovable to everybody, like, especially men. Like, why you doing that for? That's a little guy, you know what I'm saying? So
and they not explaining why not to do something. So that part is that be the misinformation. I feel like it's informative for all of us because emotional intelligence teach you how to categorize those emotions. So this emotion is too much. It's like, why I'm feeling like this, but everything in that book resonate with your experience already, and you'll be like, that's what I've been doing the whole time, and then you able to fix it when you know to notice it. And I was 19 Keys or something. I was watching the podcast. I think it was today, and he was just speaking out how you can change things. So when you notify what it is, be honest to that, like accountability for that, and then you can change that. So when you know what that emotion is and accountable for it, you can change. Like I always snapped off. Now you can have more self control, and I feel like that's the key to the self control because you'll know how your emotions arise, and you know where a lot of the missed conversation that you can have in your household what needed to be said. Like, dang, mommy, you didn't say this. So it's like you start going back and revealing layers, moving layers at your revealing layers, and start calling people and start talking to them more. Then they be like, dang, I sure wasn't doing that. And then it'll come forward surface. And I feel like just apply all of the information in there step by step. There's gonna be some stand out to you that'll really help you not crash out and have self control, more self control.
And that's what I was waiting on. So first of all, get emotional intelligence. Get the book first and take the test. I should have, and I have both of them. I have like the 2.0 and the emotional intelligence habits. I haven't did the habit one. I only did the 2.0. So it's two different ones. But I actually, the mastery of self and the mastery of life, if you read emotional intelligence and you read these two books, all of it kind of correlate anyways. So with emotional intelligence, the reason why I feel like men need to do it is because it's going to help with you crashing out, because you don't even know how to control your emotions. You don't even know where the emotions is coming from. You don't know what's triggering it. You don't know how to control it. You don't know how to sit with it and feel it and to understand it. You don't know how to even release it. And that's when emotions become negative, because no emotion is negative unless it's trapped inside, and then it basically
you let it boil up.
It's time 100. Then that's a negative emotion. But if you release it, like anger is an energy, which is an emotion. So it's all energy. It's just that it has to be released correctly. And you can't release it unless you have intelligence behind it, which is knowing what it is. So that's why I wanted
the intelligence behind the emotions. Yeah, that's what it is. Like the intelligence behind the emotions that you express on a daily that you didn't even know. Like I've been operating like this for the longest. I had crash out moments where it's like, man, he must think I'm this or something. But this person ain't say that I'm sucker or this type of stuff. My mind think that because he done something that our culture said wasn't proper to how we handle things. So let me go handle this like a man. And when I handled it like I felt like it was a man, it's really I was handling like a street nigga, and a street nigga is no representation of a man at all. It's rules and regulations just made for people to act like they just higher than what they is. But emotional intelligence teaching you how to be a real man, and you ain't got to crash out. They don't make you less of a man because you didn't. This man said something and you didn't react the way that he wanted you to react. He got something going on with himself. So Okay.
Yeah, that's good because it also assists with everything. Because emotional intelligence is going to assist with how you communicate in every single situation, whether it's with your mom, whether it's with your boss if you have one, or even your employees if you have employees. It's going to help you communicate when you're making business moves. It's going to help you communicate with your significant other. Because I hear a lot of men say women, black women, is too strong. Like personally,
they don't have that emotional.
They don't have that emotional.
They didn't have the opportunity because what they trying they in survival mode instead of thrive.
And trying to hear you out. They don't know how to talk because as soon as you say something that's triggering, they like here come the arguments instead of like taking time in your emotions.
And I feel like a lot of that because a woman man can be made up and the guy can be trying to tell you something and not even persuade you, but just like let me try to say this point of view. When they man made up, it's like. I think you finished talking. Let me say what I'm gonna say. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it was like, damn, you ain't hear nothing I said. Like I just gave you up. I done went on a whole 30-minute rant, and I'm thinking, and they thinking they on point with it. If you ain't nobody on here, then that guy's gonna respond. He might not have the emotion to tell it, so he might respond. Well, fuck this shit.
And he come to argue.
And then he trying to leave. You know, why you leave every time, motherfucker? Yo, we get. And then like you call it every name. You blocking. They blocking that person from leaving. And both of their emotional intelligence is out the window. It's like they fuck. If that book, if everything come with it. So some people are crash. That's their crash.
That's their crash out, and that's like emotional intelligence. If your relationship is on the rise, I swear, y'all implement it together. Y'all read it together and practice it at this point because it'll help with like the communication, and even with your parents. Like I'm not a master of emotional intelligence. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's sometimes I can catch myself, especially if I care a lot and I care about this person, I feel like I ain't being heard. It's like I know you like you not hearing me. But it's like I'm still working on it. But it's actually helping me now. Like, I wasn't talking to my daddy for a second and when he called, when he texted me out the blue, I was like, I'm finna be petty and not say nothing to this man. But then it was like, that ain't even me. Like, where's this emotion coming from? Okay, let me think about it. I had to go through everything, which is more personal, so I won't put that out there. But I ended up texting him, and I even called him on Father's Day because at first I wasn't gonna do that, but because he didn't call me on Mother's Day, he didn't call me on my birthday. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. But
and maybe because his emotional intelligence
is not there, he lacks it. But
and we use it for different people. We might use emotional intelligence more so. He might use it with his mother. He might use it more with his wife. He might use it, but he don't know how to use it with his daughter. Because I feel like you need to hear what I'm saying. I don't want to hear nothing else. Your mindset, you might use it more with child father, anything, and you be like, I'm practicing emotional intelligence with you, but I ain't got the capacity to do it there. So it's like that self-awareness and be like, all right, let me just practice with other people. This person, they need to do it. Even if they don't even get their emotional intelligence right, you just know that you doing what you supposed to do.
Right.
And you don't outgrew certain situations that you ain't got to keep over here trying to, let me practice this on you again. Like, no, let me practice this in the field that I'm growing to.
Right.
Or the environment. Yeah.
So that's something, and I agree 1,000%. Like practice makes perfect. So me speaking on this, I'm gonna let y'all know I'm still teaching. I'm a student. So I'm a student teacher right now. So also because we're about to wrap this up. Y'all know my surface level conversations is 20 minutes long. So if y'all want to hear more, then y'all gotta comment. Y'all gotta engage. So yeah. But I wanted to also speak on like with you having emotional intelligence, do you feel appreciated in this world?
So I'm hold myself accountable too. I'm not a master at emotional intelligence as well, because I still have my days when adversity faced me, and I'm like, I can say F everything right now, but it's like I might know how to practice it well with this person, but I might not have to practice it well with peace in my life. And it's like I need to switch these around, like, but that's that self-awareness and self-work. Like, don't ever give up and think you're going to get to the end result. You got to go through those things so you can calculate your steps and be like, I didn't do it. I did it a 1 out of 10 today. I did it a 7. I did a 6.5. You ain't got to bring it to that person's attention, but you know within yourself. So do I feel appreciated? I feel so much more appreciated of myself that my eyes are open to the people who appreciate me.
Right.
So the community, it can be 100 people in the community. Those 10 people is what I get the embrace from. So I ain't got to be my own two to here. If I outgrew this environment that I'm trying to force to accept me for who I am, it's time to take a flight somewhere. It's time to move somewhere else. It's time your city don't respect you. You don't gotta force your city to do that. Go somewhere else. Like, right. Yeah, you know where you can thrive at. So you just gotta sit back and calculate that. You like, oh, look, these people don't even know me. They gave me more love. But you have to go through. I had to go through the city, false love, and all of this, and this hate thing for me to understand that. So I feel like I am appreciated by the ones who are supposed to be appreciated by. And I feel like the people who don't know how to express that they appreciate me right now, they haven't went through their emotional intelligence. So I have the empathy for them and be like, one day it's going to circle back around. Because it took me a long time to reach out to my mama, ex or whatnot, and just tell them like, hey man, I appreciate that. And they was like, man, it's the realest thing, probably realest thing he done heard that year. And that might motivate him to do something in his life and change out something that changed his mood. So you just, when we do it, it helps somebody else thrive and be like, dang, let me pat myself on the back. Right. So I started learning to pat myself on the back. But the younger people that's under me that's been around, that I help raise and all types of things like that, they show me the love. So when I'm peers and other things, I don't even be studying. I'm like, they listening to me, they show me love. I know I can open my phone and see how much love I got, and that's what I'm good. Like, I know I'm enough. So that's good. Because I only asked that question because a lot of black men don't feel appreciated. So we're going to end off on, because I really wanted to get into, like, do you feel attacked, with this, like, the world. Like, worldly matters. Do you feel like it's harder for a black man? Do you feel like you are attacked on a daily, even like from the black women and the memes that they make about a black man? And I sometimes get angry with it because I'm not gonna. I used to humble myself, but I feel like I can't humble myself because of the type of woman I am. I'm in that top 2%, so I don't look at things how other women look at things. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't like them memes that tear down black men. Right. I hate that. Like that. I see it. Right. If I see too much of it and consume it and let it digest in my system, I just be adding on to it. I might put a comment in there, or like it or not like it, and I'm like, don't get caught in there. Just know, these people at adversity, or they making money off it, so they just like, I know what caused controversy. What's the truth? Who really, like, if they did a percentage check, like, who really living about what they talking about? Yeah. And these people don't like, they should, they stuff. You're not what you attract. You're the energy of what you entertain. Right. So at a time, I know the attack when how things, I feel like community or having a son and having you and your child's mother not seeing eye to eye, and the attack from that, and then you be like, to make you to have empathy for it, you be like, this person ain't worked on that. This person ain't worked on that. Just because I worked on it, I'm aware of certain things, but I still can go back into, forget this book, because this don't need to be happening. Like, it keep on attacking me. I'm going to stand up on this, and your fight got to be your knowledge, like your knowledge of self, the knowledge of the information of the fight that you finna go against, and whatever that may be. If somebody attacking you, saying you less of, go read a book showing how you are enough and you are this. So it's just like, you just got to do that self-work. Well, that stuff is like, you bulletproof to all the darts and things they throwing at you. So right. So we're gonna end off on that. Okay. We're gonna definitely end off on that because I feel like we done went a little bit over my normal time. So if you want to hear more, comment, like, share, subscribe, engage with us. If you have any questions for Ice, then 3-2 Ice. Yeah, 3-2 Icy, Ice, whatever y'all want to call him. Then please put that in there. Before we go, do you have any words of encouragement about these men doing some work, some self-work? Even the women, because the women need self-work. But it's more about the man side of things and the appreciation. If you facts, I want to be a prime example to that, and I want to show the receipts of my self-work in my everyday life, and just keep following me and staying tuned, and you'll see it in my everyday life instead of just the conversations. but my actions more speaking on it. And just follow me. And I do music, so you can hear it in my music too. So I can guide you through the music, even if it ain't just a podcast. And then when I do sit down on the podcast, I'm able to express and tap into that, tap into the information. But just read, educate yourself. Not no hood story that you know you can walk outside and go see. You just keep yourself distracted. Right. So you ain't gotta read that. Read something like what she has right here. The Master Herself. The Master Herself. That's a good one. So I just say start slowly but surely, but you'll be intrigued. And when you're intrigued, you just flow through it and you like, I feel like I read that, but I understand it. Like you'll take so much in from these books. Yeah. So I just feel like it just starts there with your mindset and things of that nature. Go ahead and let them know your tags. My tags, like a social media tag. My social media. 32 Icy, 32 underscore Icy ICEE. My Facebook, you can find the same thing, 32 ICEE. And my music is on all streaming platforms. I just dropped an album called Gem and I, and it's giving all the gems that, you know. I really some like gems. I'm giving some gems. So you just keep following to get more. Right, yes. Right. All right, y'all. It was definitely a dope conversation. I'm glad that y'all got to sit down with us and tap into this deep conversation that we brought to the surface again. It's me, Indy, aka It's Gotta See You. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you'll know when I'm on, okay? You'll know when I post. Anywho, definitely a great conversation. So peace, love, and light. And I appreciate you having me on your platform again. Well, no problem. Yes. So it was the bosses and brunches the first on this surface level. Surface level and bosses and y'all tune in, subscribe. Yes. Stay tuned. This.